What's going on, guys? We're here. We're back. The next session of A House Divided is up. I don't remember the number. I never remember the numbers. 7? No. Greater than 2, less than 99. To quote Connor. So, yeah, we'll get right down to it. We're starting a little late. I'm going to turn it over to Joe. I don't jam this one. Joe does. Joe, take it away, my dude.
All right. So last time, the group found themselves exiting the tower again, unwillingly, but exiting the tower. They were confronted by 3 mysterious members of what they called the Order of Apollo, who explained some things to them, and then probably kicked them off of the tower. The group wandered about the city afterwards, after they had left the tower, discovering that there had been a schism in the city. What you would call royalists left the city in droves, around 400 of them, leaving the city after a hanging. Now, the group also found out that 16 days had passed while they were inside, which was a bit of a shocker to them, and they tried to find some sort of solution to using that as a tool, hyperbolic time chamber, except in reverse. However, I'm not sure how that's going to work, considering they've been permanently kicked out. Nevertheless, after finding out about the executions, they did a little bit of investigating. They freaked out a judge with their magic. They met a mysterious man.
And the toilet?
Yeah, they had a bit of toilet action, much like I did today at work. But, what was I gonna say? They met a strange man, I guess. Well, he had a male voice, and I'm using the word he, but,
shadowy figure.
Shadowy figure, who they call him Red Squirrel, the group does, which I hope they assume that Red Squirrel is simply just a name that he's accepted because he is, to put it as Tommy once put it for a Tengu in a game that isn't on this channel, he has transcended names. A member of the Silver Sight, the Secret Service, the CIA of Domberg, and by extension, some of the Empire. But they discovered a few things. They discovered a thing about a group called the Grey. They discovered a little bit about some of the things that they discovered in the tower. Not a lot of information, but a bit more to go on. And the group has spent finally at the end of the session. They've spent the last few hours debating on how they are going to deal with the situation. They're done debating and they're ready to rest and get on with the next day. But first, we have character reviews, of which Connor will not be a part of because Gareth will not be a part of because Connor I got the names flipped around. Connor will not be joining us at the very beginning. So, I'm going to roll a d4. And it's a 3 for Baku.
No,
Baku equals 3.
Okay, but what is going through Baku's mind? He finally gotten his nice, curvy, open curve blade. More ammo to use. So he and the party going to have fun. Going after the Lordless through one means or another.
Oh, you're proficient with Elven Curve Blades?
Yes, the Tengu, get it out of Rachel feet.
Oh, yes, that's right, sword trained. So good. Fair enough.
A 1, Sinvoka.
A 1. First, I will say, Joe, that I'm honored that you remember my crappy throwaway NPC from an old game, because I didn't. I was like, who are you talking? What? Oh, yeah, that Oracle who's transcended everything. Fair enough. Alright. Sinvolka doesn't trust Red Squirrel. Sinvolka doesn't trust any of this. There's more going on here. No one is in charge. No one... This place is a mess. But if we're hunting loyalists in the forest, then we're hunting loyalists in the forest. So be it.
Alrighty. I'm gonna roll another d4. It's a 3 again.
Alright, Donald.
Doesn't matter anymore, it's
Alright,
1 again. 2. It is Randy's time to reflect. How does Randy feel?
I don't think we're in trouble. We really stepped in it this time. Well, I mean, I guess I agree with Sinvolka that not really sure I trust this squirrel fella. I mean, how much can you trust someone who won't give you their name, even if he is a spy? We got a mission to do. We're being paid for it. So we might as well do it.
Alrighty. Let's roll another d4. Oh yeah. I don't know why I rolled it, but I did, and it
Landed
turned up Kuratama's.
right where it needed to be. Flawless.
Everything's up Kuratama's.
Yeah, Kuratama was pretty shocked that they spent 16 days in that tower. Like, time moves really differently in there. Then they walked around the marketplace for some time. Kuratama joined Baku buying stuff while the paladin was inside City Hall. Apparently fucking synced up with magic.
Yeah. Low magic setting, I get it.
Yeah, I guess people don't like it when you speak in their mind.
Yeah, how funny. How crazy that is that way.
Yeah, after that, they went into some inn, and there they found some super mysterious person who he couldn't read whatsoever. Like, that guy could hide his thoughts and emotions on such a high level that Kuratama was just unable to get anything out of him. So I guess he has to take all the things he says at face level. Well, one thing that Kuratama will say is he hasn't gotten to hit anything yet, now that he realized that he should use brute strength with his weapon. So that might change today. But for now, we are all drinking in the bar, which is usually the best thing at the end of the day. So he's enjoying that.
I bet he is.
Alrighty.
He pours more red wine for himself.
So you guys have finished up your deliberations. The barkeep is just kind of like standing behind the bar. You don't know what he's doing. He's just kind of like staring at the bar. It's pretty late. He might be tired. You don't know what's going on, but a fire still crackles in the hearth. The hour is late.
Okay.
Alright, I'll retire. This drinking ain't doing anything for me but putting me further and further on edge.
And Volko will retire as well.
And here I thought you were used to drowning your emotions in alcohol.
I'm used to
Remembering
drowning
formally.
frustration in alcohol. That scary bastard just made me uncomfortable.
I'm going to roll a clockwork maker to make some more progress on the gun design before going to bed.
Alright, that's a several-hour thing. That
Okay. So what time
you would
of
do
day
that
is it
during
now?
downtime and travel.
Also, I would be careful if you were drinking this night. I don't know how good you are at putting things together while mightily drunk.
Ah,
Man,
crap.
you never
All
know.
I made was a swatch.
If there's not time for that, then I could go to bed.
Yeah, I gotta say, that'd be a sweet crafting archetype. Is like you get a huge bonus to crafting whatever, but only after consuming certain amounts of alcohol. I'd play it. That'd be sweet.
But
like
you make something random.
Yeah, great. Sounds awesome.
Maybe it's when you're playing like a multi-class, you're like drunken master monk, and
Who also
Then
wants
the
to
time
be
you go to
clockwork
be
soldiers.
the time you go to work drunk and you wake up the next morning with a motorized sex machine.
You've done it. I will Fallout New
How did this happen?
Oh no!
I can. How do I replicate this?
look at this.
Roll the dice.
Look at this hydraulic thrust mechanism. It's amazing.
Alright, as everyone's going to sleep, we hop here, just because we're on the stop to going here.
Oh god.
We're back in the tower.
These rooms are terrible. There's blood everywhere.
I want my money back. I
These
also
stairs are mighty uncomfortable.
gotta go to the battle screen. Go back.
Alright, don't move yourselves. I have things to describe.
Don't move
Okay.
yourselves. We're about to get into this.
Jeez!
You just deleted someone.
He said
Jeez.
watch out for the other members of the ex-spy thing. We didn't. Now we're dead.
My grandma had like the same carpet.
Nice. I can't tell if that's in character or not. Either way, it's amazing.
Alright. So, you guys go up to your room.
And
I'm just reading Connor's message, so
Yeah, me too.
okay.
Oh, God.
I have two monitors and I can see all. IR God. Okay, as I was saying, you guys step into your room when you finally get into your room. It's about the time you close the door that you guys can all pretty much tell that there's something weird about this room. You're not sure exactly. Everything looks in order. Everything looks normal, but you're getting this kind of anxiety, anxious feeling.
I'm going to perceive seeing what is off exactly.
I'll do the same.
I rolled to disbelieve the
make-
carpet.
Make that a
So-
make that a 16
Sinvolka
for
has
guidance.
16. Sinvolka will also detect evil. Well, he'll try to. He doesn't assume, but he will do the action.
Detect evil. You don't detect any evil in the area.
Okay, so the carpet is not a mimic.
What about
Shoot.
it?
Randy!
Randy, on
about
the other
you?
hand, has got it in his back.
Yeah.
Randy!
If I'm not comfortable in this room, I'm gonna start going through stuff like checking sheets underneath mattresses, whatever.
Look for
If,
bed
if
bugs.
this is, yeah, if
Check
this
under
is,
the
I'm not
carpet.
sure what this wooden thing is here. If it's a
Like a
whatever
chest.
the word is, the thing you put stuff into. I'm gonna open that up, check up under the rug. This room gives me the heebie-jeebies, and I don't know why.
Sinvolka's just gonna draw his
Oh, sorry.
bardiche.
was
I
muted.
am using
Oh, sorry.
using the detect magic in the area to see if anything is off.
Kotaro also draws katana and coat it in crystals.
Yeah, I think
That's-
Randy's the only one who notices it. He can see under this bed and this bed. He barely notices it, but it looks like there's kind of this black, kind of almost oily substance leaking out from under those two beds.
What?
Wonderful.
The
What?
shit is that? He says, pointing at the goop. Is it coming out of the bed itself, or like
No,
underneath the
it's like underneath
wall?
the bed.
So if I flip back the covers of this bed, it's not.
If you flip back the covers, there's probably not going to be anything under it.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
But if you
Okay.
flip the bed under, you're gonna. That's where the goop is coming from.
Okay.
I cast detect magic on it to see if it's magical or not.
No, it's not magical.
What kind of polearm do you have, Sinvolka?
I have a bardiche.
You want to trade me that bardiche for my rancier for about 6 seconds here?
What do you intend to do?
I want to use the polearm to pull that bed away from the wall.
I'll do it for you.
Alright.
Moves up.
Guidance.
That one, the goop you see is coming out from under this bed.
Not this one, too.
Oh wait, no, yeah, you see him under both beds.
Alright,
as Savolka approaches,
It's a
he can
black
now see
pudding.
that like in a big puddle it's black, but it's more blood red. Now that you can see it kind of. Let me get out my drawing tool. Make it.
Let me get out my Crayola crayons.
I think Kurotama is on edge. He will precast Shocking Grasp and keep that charge
Seems good.
with his crackling hand.
I gotta keep it in your hand, man. You're level 2, you keep it in your sword.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Get out of here.
What is
Color
set
selection. Get out of here. Go!
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know what it smelled like. If it smelled like blood or like Splorpy.
When you smell, you get like what this close. It's just a like completely overwhelming scent of like rotting flesh. And then, as I was describing, the streaks across the floor, they're faint, but something's been like scooting underneath these beds.
Alrighty.
Oh. So
Volka
it
is
moved
gonna
from.
He's gonna take mechanically a 5-foot step back.
Did it move from here to there, or the other way around? Can we tell by the marks?
From the marks, you don't. It looks like it's been going back and forth for a while.
Oh, okay. This
Rather
is
than
creepy.
flip that bed over, Sinvolka's gonna look at the squad and. Before I say, I'm gonna make a sense motive. Sense motive check is a Baku
What's-
15. I'm trying to figure out if like if it stands to reason that something is under the beds and is black and goopy and killing people.
I mean, yeah. I don't know if you need a close sense check for that, but
Fair enough. Alright, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, if Baku's got any channel energy left, that might not be a terrible idea.
Okay, I would do that. I have one last charge left, fortunately.
okay. You channel energy. The room is filled with a. Well, I guess it'd be like maybe a brass, goldish light. Then nothing else happens.
Well, Randy doesn't know what that means, but Kane knows that means it's probably not undead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a. The check feels weird, but it's the only. I have knowledge all, but I only have ranks in local and religion. So this is a knowledge. Try to identify. Assuming it's not undead, what might have done this. I get a +1 for the guidance cantrip, and it is a 13.
You have no idea.
All right, if you're not gonna hook that that bed away from the wall, did Baku give Randy his bastard sword?
I have it. Have it still. Do you want it?
Might as well.
don't, not to keep, but just lend it to me.
Sure. Sure. You have it temporarily.
All right, I'm just gonna grab it by the blade and use the guard to drag the bed.
Sinvolka would like to be ready to attack anything that springs out. Also, we should probably move Gareth
Yeah.
to like
I do.
in the middle of
I do
us.
feel
like,
that pretty much every one of us is probably ready to pounce.
yeah.
Whatever. Because we all seem to be quite on edge.
I ready my sword.
Okay. Second.
Let's get ready to blast stuff.
Let's get ready to blast stuff.
Randy
Okay.
scoots back the bed.
What's spoopy?
As he does so, underneath. What the hell's going on? Who's moving that around? Get that out.
I'm moving it to represent where the bed is.
You scoot the bed back, and this Oh, it's about the size of a cat. Just this blob of flesh on the ground with a mouth and a couple of eyes. Looks back at you. It's kind of like a bright red, and it's seeping this like blood-colored ooze. And as you do so, it looks at you, and in this kind of shrill voice, it's, "Oh, tear the flesh and crush the bones! Take your soul back to our homes!"
What
Another creature
fuck
comes
is
out from underneath the bed over here.
What in God's name is that?
Says the same thing. Tear the
Burn-
flesh
burn
and
it,
crush the
Ted.
bones! Take your souls back to our homes!
Kill it!
I will fry your ass.
What? Oh, you're trying to attack it? 12 does not hit.
That's not a 12. I'm rolling initiative.
Oh, yes.
I have an 8.
We are rolling initiative. So this little, like I said, like blob of flesh flies across the room towards, kind of like flubber, towards Randy, Sinvolka, and Baku. And try and hit you. Ooh. 25 to hit Sinvolka.
That is.
Man, you're rolling really good.
Yeah.
Oh,
That hurts.
okay. Do that. Okay. So Sinvolka takes 5 damage. It's not that much. But he needs to make a fortitude save, which really isn't that high.
Alrighty. So it's a 22.
22 blows it out of the water. In fact, it doubles it. As it strikes across you, the blood-like material that it sweeps across you, kind of like it leaves little tiny blisters, kind of like you're having an allergic reaction. But it's not too bad. It's just kind of irritating. The other one is going to attack Gareth. Ugh. A 9 does not hit Gareth's flat. Hello.
I'll take that as a no.
You are mute.
Cane smell.
Sorry, Gareth?
Yeah. A 9 hit his flat.
His flat-footed?
I assume no.
No, it will not.
Okay. With that, it goes to Randy. 2 little blobs are flying about the room, spewing blood everywhere, screaming at you. Just
I'm screaming back. I drop the bastard sword and I draw. I guess my longsword. And
You sure? Might as well use the bastard sword.
yeah, I might as well just use the bastard sword because it's gonna take too many actions to get the shield out. So yeah, I'll swing at it with the bastard sword, which I don't have macro for.
Well, if you don't have weapon focus, it's an idea. Just add a couple more.
Yeah, it's not masterwork bastard sword, is it?
Nope.
I didn't think so.
I can make it masterwork.
only the worst for you.
Next up.
Literally the worst bastard sword we could find.
Yeah, I know.
Master
I'm used
worst.
Yeah.
A master took a dump in the iron ore before he smelted it
to it.
down.
Just shat right on it.
Just he wiped his butt with it, dumped it in sewer water.
Ooh.
Sewer water forged bastard sword.
Well, that would certainly be very septic. Poison the oozy things.
That's filthy.
Everyone, get your sepsis on.
Oh, yeah.
16 to hit
16
the
does hit it. 15
dude
damage.
in front of me.
is
That'll be 15 damage.
Nice.
15 damage. All right. You smack it. You lop off a little bit. Make a fortitude save.
Oh no.
Oh
19.
yeah.
19's good enough. It like as you lop off a bit of it, it like sprays this blorpy black blood all over you. You also start to break out a little bit, but it's not debilitating in any way at the moment.
Ah, bitch!
With that, it goes to Gareth, who has a blob of flesh flying behind him.
Gareth is 5 foot. How many spells do you have left, Gareth? That would be good to know.
Did Connor give you his? Give you
Here's
his?
hoping because Kane's running it.
Mm-hmm.
If not, Kane stole it. How does one even do that? How do you steal a character? Why do you steal
I did. It's a lot. There's a lot of very complicated code involved.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna cast Shocking Grasp and then hold it, and that's gonna be his turn.
All right.
That's a move in a standard. Yeah, that's him.
Didn't Baku roll better on initiative than Gareth did? He did. He has a 20.
Yeah, all I see on there is the Goop and Gareth.
I think he's tracking us on a notepad.
No, I'm not. It's on turn order.
You know, the turn order I see is Gareth and the Goop.
Yeah.
Well, we'll move Baku there. Gareth will not get 2 turns. Gareth, you get there. All right, it's Baku's turn.
Okay, I'm going to hit this thing with my sword. So I'm going to be moving up and 19 to hit, and then 8 to. It would be
19 hits.
It would be 9 flashing damage.
Alrighty. Noted. You lop off another bit of the creature, make a fortitude save. Baku. Have Baku make a fortitude save. That blows it out of the water.
Man, we are the most
Baku is also
fortuitous of boys.
sprayed with this stuff. He can feel the flesh underneath his skin start to blister up, but it is not as debilitating as it might be if he weren't feeling as good as he does. Skip over these guys. It goes to Sinvolka.
Alrighty, Sinvolka sees that this thing has been pretty chopped up, and it seems to be that...
Yeah, it's important to know, as you guys bite into it, it's almost like it's meant to lose bits of its flesh, and it's partially healing itself up after your strikes.
Okay. Well, regardless, he sees that 2 people are dealing with that, and Gareth and Kuratama. I'm gonna attack this guy down here. I didn't detect evil, so we're just gonna use the attack action. I didn't mean to roll twice. So it is a 22 to hit, 9 damage if that connects.
22 and 9 does connect.
I use my...
As you chop into it, you're attacking that one, you have a 15-foot reach?
I have a 10. Oh, excuse me. I'll 5-foot step. My bad.
Okay. That's fine. I need you to make a fortitude save.
It even splashes the guys with reach weapons. Okay, it's a 13. It's just barely beats it.
13 is close. You get more blisters appear on your skin, and probably on Oniuni as well.
Yeah, she's all my skin now. I'm flavoring the increase to my natural armor, both from evolution and from leveling up my Eidolon, that I'm just completely covered, except for face. Well, no,
She's wearing a hairy jumper.
That leaves a very obvious opening. It covers face mask style, kind of like
he's wearing a hairy morph suit,
like Vulpes and Colte from New Vegas, except I don't just have things covering my eyes. That's weird. Anyway, swift action. I'm going to lay on hands myself. I don't add my charisma to that, do I? It's just roll a d6.
Yeah, you just roll a d6.
I get 3 back. That'll be all. Look, Donald, I'm not using you for all the heals.
Goes to Kuratama finally.
Alright. Kuratama will step up and at first deliver that Shocking Grasp with a swing for free. If I get that right.
That is a free action, yeah. That's the power of the Magus, is you cheat an extra attack at your full attack action.
Alright. Katana attack. 17?
17 hits.
Alright, so he takes 9 damage from the katana and shocking grasp damage, and 7.
1 second.
Oops, all the bad guys in a house divided are immune to electricity because someone brought a magus.
No, I'm not needed that. Just looking at something else. Roll spell resistance.
Oops, everything has spell resistance because we brought a magus.
What's the spell resistance roll?
D20 plus your caster level.
Okay, so 2.
I don't think you had your mod. Yeah, no, you don't. You got this. No, you don't.
And
Nope.
8 does not break his spell resistance. It's close, but it does not break his spell resistance. The
Well,
shocking grasp fails.
At least I did get a bonus attack in that way.
That is true.
Alright, then my normal attack. Let's see if I can hit it again.
A 13 does not hit.
Alright, so the
Bounce
normal
off. You
attack.
kind of hit him with the flat of your blade partially, and it just kind of bounces off his flesh. By the way, make a fortitude save.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. What save?
Oh!
God damn!
Oh, God!
Oh, roll a new character. You are.
You
I-
gonna
it's
die!
It's like all over me. I like fall into it face first.
It's stuck in your fur. We're gonna have to shave you.
It's in your eyes!
Alright, 1 second.
Alright.
So, it covers you in this viscous liquid, and as it trickles down, blisters start to form on your skin. They start to form on your arms and under your arms. And essentially, by the time it's all done happening, just in a few seconds, you're covered in these blisters that restrict your movement to the point that you have the entangled condition. This
Oh,
time.
jeez.
That's some hella blisters.
Yeah.
I am not gonna lance those for you.
So you take a -4 to Dex, and a -2 penalty on attack rolls. You cannot run or charge, and you move at half speed.
Ouch.
Welcome back to level 1.
Yeah, that's deliberating for someone who based his fighting style on Dex.
As for that -1,
mean,
you're
I
not
don't
going to be able to save against it again, because there is a save against it a second time, but not this time.
Yep, because that was a natural 1. Off to a good start.
You've done it. Congratulations.
Goes back to their turn. I'm going to try and hit the now weakened Kurotama, who is taking a neg on his Dex.
Yep, which is also my AC.
Does a 22 hit
Yeah,
Kurotama?
that would hit even without reducing my AC.
7 damage. You make a fortitude save.
Alright. Net 20!
Boom.
Alright.
You start
We'll
to
say-
unspell!
Yeah, we'll say you're no longer entangled. He strikes you, and as it covers you again, I don't know how exactly to explain this.
He quickly shifts his form
You've,
back to
like,
human, and then
your
the kiss
attempt,
today, and
it's a
just
separate
shoves off.
effect. In your attempt to shrug off the separate effect from his attack, you're able to also, like, power through the pain of the blisters, and you are no longer entangled.
Alright, how much damage have I taken?
7.
Okay. Good.
I
Knowing
can't
that-
not imagine doing this. Several of Kurotama's blisters pop as he powers through it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's probably
Nasty.
painful, but you're able to power through it.
You are gonna be drenched in your own plasma. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Goes to Baku.
Okay, I'm going to slash this thing in front of me. My sword.
A 19 hits. You tear into it. Stuff sprays onto you, but as your blade leaves, like it's just kind of like you like passed through like almost just a fold. Like there's no damage like at all. Though you definitely drew blood, but it's not You've left no damage after your blade passed through it. Make a fortitude save.
AKA, it has enough damage reduction to resist your 3 damage.
Donald, that is not how we make fortitude saves. Well, it is how we make fortitude saves in a House Divided, but damn it.
Oh, God.
+0. Oh, you're a cleric, yeah. Well, gunslingers have a buff. Gunslingers certainly have a buff to their 4th save by level 2. Hold up now.
+0? Isn't this... Oh, great. +0.
Yeah. Wait, my character sheet is...
That should be at least +1, right?
That's a +2.
Yeah, their fort is +2 already.
So he has a 10. No, it's an 11. He has a +3 on his 4th save, not a +0.
Yeah, it would be. So on his fortitude save, an 11 would save against this effect. Baku, again, more blisters form, but they are tiny, insignificant blisters compared to what Kurotama is currently going through, as he looks like freaking, I don't know, Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man near the end of Ghostbusters.
Looks like the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
Jeez. Pro Kurotama.
Goes to Randy.
I will take the DM story hint, and I will discard the bastard sword, seeing that I'm just spraying blood all over the place. And instead, I will flurry of blows.
Instead of cutting the gross thing,
I'll punch it. I will punch it.
I will punch it with my fists.
Cut them with your fists.
I'll kick them with my metal boots.
Just go away. But somehow really effectively.
Oh, a 16 hits.
Well, then not yet. So 9.
9 damage. All right, you punch into it. You don't break the skin. You're bruising it. It screams "Ah!" at you, but it is like your change of tactics has angered it.
And probably broke its DR.
Yeah. But it continues to just kind of like spurt out blood from the orifice on its bottom.
But I still need to make a fort save, and if I did, it's a 15.
You did.
Okay.
Go away,
It's
Cat.
15.
You punched it. It sputters. I said it. You probably missed it. I said it looked bad before, but somehow it looks worse.
Somehow this disgusting sack of mouths and eyeballs is even more haggard looking.
Flying, blood-propelled sack of mouth.
Gross.
Looks even worse. Goes to Gareth.
Tinboka will look at Gareth and let me use your warhammer.
Shut Tanglade, but I want it back! And he drops the warhammer. And he will. Yeah, this Connor's Scottish accent is absolutely horrendous, and that is the closest I can get to it.
Sure. You're doing an impression of Connor's Scottish accent.
I am doing an impression of Connor's Scottish accent because my Scottish accent is much less horrendous. And I will 5 foot and discharge the shocking. I will attempt to discharge the shocking grasp into the floating sack of butthole.
Sure.
Mouths, sir. Mouths.
Anus. Please, first of all, roll to do your thing.
Yeah, that's a. Oh right, you want
roll to spell,
don't you?
Yes.
Yep.
Got this.
You gotta
How bad
unresist
can
that.
1d20 plus 2 be for you? You've got this.
It could be pretty bad.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, I've already demonstrated it.
You have?
Yeah, it's just a caster level check. It's not a concentration check.
Yeah.
I don't know where that button is on here, so I'll just type it.
Oh,
It's a
that's the
9.
same thing that Kurotama got, I think.
I got an 8.
A
He
9.
rolled one better than I did.
The electricity just kind of dances around the creature. It does not appear to be harmed.
Kurotama's like, this thing seems to be immune to electricity. It resisted both our shocking grasp.
As another blister pops.
Oh no! My lightning had no effect!
So bad, but yet so
You got like some sort of strange form of mental disability as a
Yeah,
scout.
he's groundskeeper Willie mixed with a, I don't know, some sort of...
No, I shit my pants again.
some sort of
Tell me
speech
that, dude.
impediment.
But I just did it. Right in my pants.
gross.
Oh, God,
It's everywhere. It's squishing up in between my legs.
I made a shit sandwich
Ew.
in my pants.
And your pants, you
God.
see.
Yeah, now he's Scottish Bill Cosby. Scottish disabled Bill Cosby.
How's the Cosby's? Well, I
Didn't
see,
it pinch
Ruby.
it off fast enough and I left a bit of a rosebud?
My pudding pop's covered in crap.
Gross.
Trying to
That's-
buy.
That's all I got because I wasted that spell.
That's
Oh,
great.
man.
Well, technically,
already
you still have a
know.
standard action. You delivered a spell, which is a free action. I don't know what standard action that character takes, but
Oh well, you do need to make a. Well, yeah, you do need to make a melee touch, by the way.
Well, I
You don't-
failed.
No, I'm joking. I'm
Doesn't
joking.
matter.
I'm joking.
Yeah, it bounces off of him, and you miss. Stupid. What can I do? I will take
I mean,
the attack of
why is
opportunity.
Magpie here?
I mean, if you were to miss, would you even discharge the shocking grasp?
just shoot it into the air.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
if
you have
I
to make a.
Touch the ground.
The attack
I-
is part of making a melee touch attack. So if you miss, then yeah, you're just
You
jizzing
retain the
in the
spell, I'm
wind.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, except if you touch anything else while
Or-
failing.
Or are touched by anything else while fighting. That's why I had him set that Warhammer on the ground, nice and easy.
Can I cast another spell while holding that spell?
You cannot.
I cannot. I didn't think so. Why can't? If I can't touch anything, how am I supposed to take a standard action?
You can touch. You cast the spell and failed, right? Or is this a touch attack?
No, I failed the spell resistance.
Yeah, so that spell's gone.
Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
you discharge the spell badly.
So just
Yeah,
cast
so you-
defensively and cast another shocking grasp.
Okay. I thought you had to cast it and then deliver it.
Yep, you can hold it forever and ever.
Okay.
Or you can deliver it immediately. Either or. Like, you could do another shocking grasp.
Yeah, let's try that.
You kids and use of holding the charge. Boom!
27 concentration.
Whoa.
25 concentration, I should say.
All right, yeah, that gets past him.
Then I just roll another 2.
Oh, sir, you rolled a 7.
Plus 2.
This is bad. You got this.
10.
No, you don't. Oh,
10
bad.
damage.
10 spell
No,
resistance.
10 spell resistance.
Oh, 10 spell resistance. 10 spell resistance does not beat his spell resistance.
No!
God damn.
Everything is terrible.
This thing is terrible. I should not use magic.
That didn't sound very Scottish.
I shouldn't do the magic. That's me.
All right. That is you. And guess what? That's Sinvolka.
That's me, not Bakker. Oh no, yeah, you're right. No, it's Tommy. Here we go. I'm going to take a 5-foot step. As I take that 5-foot step, I will pick up Garrett's Warhammer and bring it down. I will use it two-handed, so the macro is mostly the same, except it's a different damage die. But I don't think a 13 hits anyway.
No, it does not.
Okay, fair enough. That's me.
You swat at it, and I think you like connect with it.
It just kind of bounces off.
Yeah, you would connect with it. It's just like so small that you probably like nip the side of it.
Like punching Majin Buu in the tummy.
Yeah.
Swamp.
Except Majin Buu the size of a cat.
And not into chocolate so much as it's into apparently eating people.
And
Anyways,
soul.
It's into tearing flesh and grinding bone and taking your soul back to its home.
assuming we're gonna rest, after this, Sinvolka as a swift action will try to smite evil. This dude, I imagine it does.
Which one? That one? It succeeds.
Tight. I should have done that first. Oh well, pass it.
Goes to Kurotama.
Question is, should I try taking it normally? Or should I try getting up another shocking grasp?
I mean,
And
it's
see if I
attacks
can
if you
beat
do
it
it
this
that way.
time.
I think that's literally your only other spell today if you do it though.
Yeah.
It's in your
I mean, we are about to go to bed. So
Yes, we just gotta clean the room up first. You have no reason to not.
Yeah. So, but what if I would be casting the spell right now? I would be able to attack, right?
Yeah, that would be your
I mean,
action.
except
you'd get one
I would
attack
get the
and you
free
could-
attack
And you can
as
deliver that
part.
with your sword through spell strike.
Yeah.
You just couldn't like get another attack after.
I mean,
charge is very
in that case, it's probably a good idea to 5-foot step out of its range, and then do the shocking grasp, and the next round do 2 attacks.
seems good. Go to 5-foot step.
Yeah.
Here though.
Yeah.
So we can try to get a flank.
There. Okay. Yeah, we'll step there and fill my blade with electricity again. And, well, that's it for me. For this round, at least. Got a
Alrighty.
crackling sword once again.
Got a crack sword. Alright.
Agile.
I got some crack.
Wait. Oh. An 8 does not hit Randy.
Don't do drugs, kids.
I'm gonna try and hit some Volca.
Alright, you got this.
A 9 does not hit some Volca.
Does not.
They
Dodge
flop
dodge.
at you. They attempt to slam you with their tiny bodies. Actually bite you, I mean. But it is useless, as you are either too dexterous or too armored to be hit.
Aha!
Too thick-skinned.
Too covered in the skin of a fey creature.
And with that, it goes to Baku as little tiny flesh blobs spew blood out of their buttholes.
I'm going to slash the creature in front of me. So,
An 18 does hit, and you deal 7 slashing damage to it. I need you to make a fortitude save,
Don't be bad.
as your blade tears into its flesh.
Got this.
No, that is bad.
Remember, it's
That
higher.
would be a 10. I know. That would be a 10, which fails. Failing with a 10, you are now entangled as you are covered in blisters, restricting your movement greatly. On your next turn, you may make another DC something fortitude save.
Good save. Not directed at Baku, directed at Joe. Also, one has to wonder if the blisters causes Baku's feathers to fall out.
They probably do.
Yes!
What, you want to see a featherless
I just think it's funny.
Baku?
I would
I already did it to
imagine.
Magpie. Wasn't it bad enough?
I would imagine a bird without their feathers would look not a pretty sight.
Looks like damage.
No, it's not great.
No,
Multiple
I've
birds
seen
are
them.
awful.
They're just, well, they're not awful. They're what you would expect them to look like.
Yeah.
Which is bad. And not saying that it's good. That's, ooh, man. I can fuck that bird. But, like, it's still, it's like, it's not the best. But it's not, it's what you would expect, like I said. You're like, yeah, you know how you think something would look like that? That's how it is. It's like, I expected it to look like that.
Gotcha.
Disgusting. Alright,
Garrett's turn.
it is Gareth's turn. No, it's Randy's turn,
Even better.
I think.
Brandy's gonna flurry of blows. Punching, kicking, punching. Kick puncher.
14 does not hit. 24 does.
That was 10 more points of bludgeoning damage.
I believe that, yes, that kills this one. You punch it and its body against the wall. Blood spatters everywhere as it does so all across the floor. I'll draw it for effect.
Yes!
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's
Oh, no.
kind of a mission.
Oh, jeez!
No!
Let's cover that up.
It seems the prestidigitation can only clean so much.
I keep telling you this. You may wash, but you are never clean.
It's that wild blood.
Drawing in the blood from this guy because he's blood powered.
Blood power!
I'm not sleeping in this room. At very least, I want a goddamn refund.
Yep.
Yeah.
How long before
imaginary
all the
fund, too.
noise of this fighting draws attention? Because
Well, actually, let's have everyone make a perception check.
Sound of a
Randy
warhammer
has
contacting
definitely
the floor probably
been
is loud.
screaming.
Hey, look, I rolled a
Like,
natural 1, everyone.
entire time.
Woo!
Nice. That's not going to be bad for us.
Yeah! I'm not even aware of what possibly bad things could happen to me.
You're so unaware that the dragon.
Turns out
I'm gonna
Randy
say-
actually didn't kill that one, and it's back in full.
Stop giving him ideas. Shut up.
Because Sinvolka, because he nat one, and because I haven't gotten to use this second ability from this partially homebrewed creature, Sinvolka, because of his nat one no save, is sickened for 1 round, as like the blisters on his body all of a sudden start to grow and crack, and they become boils in front of his eyes, and they start to ooze this green and red bloody pus from his
Curse my
body.
insufficient paladin levels.
Oh,
Garrett's turn.
yes.
Well,
it
also,
moves to
I mean,
Garrett.
something else happens with the perception check, I imagine.
Oh yes, of course. I totally. I thought we were just roll some stuff so I could screw with you guys.
I love how we all roll pretty poorly too.
Get him out of the RNG now.
Wow, we rolled average.
That would have been... Whose attack roll would that have been? That would have been... Sinvolka's, actually. So we're good.
We have a 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice.
Yeah. So it's good enough to you hear outside through the windows. You can see there's lights outside now, like flickering lights.
Like in other buildings?
Or like
Or
will-o-wisps.
Like torches?
Or like everyone's fighting creepy ooze monsters in all of this town. All over homeboys, German
There's probably been
grandmas.
around it. You can hear in the distance kind of like a noise, and then like screaming. The noise is reminiscent of the distant muffled sound of gunfire. Also now, oh, go ahead.
Does that mean we're not resting after this? Our
no, we're
resources,
definitely not resting after this anymore.
our precious
Yeah,
resources.
especially considering Kurotama can look up, and above his head, seeping into the crack in the door above him, there is smoke leaking into the room.
Oh damn!
Oh
He's gonna
damn!
be like, guys, I think the inn is on fire.
I'm too busy having blisters form over my first world nose to smell it.
Alright, Joe, can you do me a favor and draw where the windows are on the wall?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Because we're gonna have to do some acrobatics and dive out of these things to go save the town.
Thank God my dex is not.
Also, how high up are we?
How high up are you? You're 2 stories up.
Oh shit.
We got
Oh,
this.
damn.
It's not second edition. We'll
Well,
survive.
we have rope. We can climb down.
I'll take 1d6 damage.
But I am using the second edition rules, Tom.
I will climb carefully, or I will die.
And
It's
our
cool, guys.
ended by, I know the rule. I know physics, guys.
I understand. This is first edition. I'm gonna jump off this plane. Oops!
Everything I'm wearing is so
Yeah.
heavy.
It's okay. I have legendary acro.
We can survive in the void of
He
space.
survived, but he broke his fucking ankles.
He doesn't need them. Legendary acrobatics actually just helps you transcend the need for ankles.
Yeah, he's just walking on your stumps.
Well,
Old Stumpy over here can jump a mile in the air, but he lost his ankles.
I kept fitting in and they blew off my shin.
You're caught now.
you
Oh,
will
and you're
turn into
Japanese,
cotton.
that's really bad.
Oh my god, yes! We can play King of the Underhill. Joe,
wanna
we
kill
can
it,
play
dude?
King of the Underhill in second edition, and it makes sense.
Yeah, you want to play King of the Hill in the Underdark? That would be amazing.
No, King of the Underhill is he was gonna play a halfling, and he was gonna have some kind of eidolon for his dog, and he's gonna.
I was gonna have a
Underhill.
halfling King of the Underhill, named Hank Underhill, and then he was gonna have I think he'd probably be a synthesist. He'd have like a gorilla like or maybe an orangutan, considering Bobby's more of a redhead.
Now you just summon you summon a grill that takes over your whole body.
Yeah, and I'd have Bobby Underhill would be my Eidolon. And he'd be dumb as shit, and I'd just yell, "Damn it, Bobby!" every time.
Bobby!
Dang it, Bobby!
Never did figure out how I was gonna. No, I wasn't gonna play Con. I was gonna go totally different and play Johnny 2x4 of Ed, Ed, Nettie and be an urban ranger because that's a ranger archetype, and have a little treat that I carry around. Just what's that plank? Kill everyone. Okay, and just beat the shit out of people. Probably using my animal companion as a weapon.
You just gotta take enough levels in Barbarian to get body bludgeon.
Yes. All right. Buildings are on fire. Buildings are on fire, sire.
Sire.
I didn't buy Stronghold Crusader to not play it with you, Jane.
They're marked in white, Joseph?
God damn, I don't
They're
think
marked
you
in
get
just
up.
yes.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I want to jump out those windows now. I suppose we're just gonna stay here and burn to death.
You realize physics is different.
That sounds safer to just die in a fire.
Yeah, I don't want to jump through the solidified pain of...
I mean, shatter your femurs or burn into fire is pretty much on the same pain level.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll take the stairs.
Okay, who's turn?
But you'll survive having your femur shattered. I know from experience.
You do.
But
it is not like Baku going to have fire immunity until he actually reached level 20. Then actually staying in a burning building would be okay
How
for
do you
him.
get fire immunity? Cleric spells.
There's a lot of ways to get fire immunity.
A cleric domain fire being.
you're gonna have sex with a dragon. Come on.
Yes, half dragon.
That's the easiest way.
That's terrifying.
Play as your child.
Gareth's turn.
Yes, it is Gareth's turn.
I'm with
And with play with your child, it is Gareth's turn.
Oh god.
Get that shot
Okay.
in your grasp, you bad Scotsman.
You dirty bastard.
Alright.
Maybe don't use all your resources. It seems like we're gonna do a lot of fighting tonight.
At a...
It will
I'm
be
gonna
fine.
5 foot back.
Help me! Everyone steps back.
I'm gonna throw a bomb.
That's safe in a house.
It is. If the house is
More-
already on
Yeah.
fire.
I just wanted to say the house is on fire.
You're gonna ruin that carpet.
If you throw
Yeah.
bombs, you might. What happens if you split like down this middle column here? What if it blows up that whole middle column? Will it then become a house divided?
Stop it.
Oh shit, I spilled beer on my keyboard. What's up?
Ah! I changed my mind. I throw the bomb at Kurutama. I mean,
Yes,
at
that's
Symbolka.
not me.
It's Symbolka. I throw the bomb at Symbolka. Ah! What's your touch AC, nerd?
Not 22.
Yeah, 22 touch AC on the other blood monster
Yes.
for 6 points of fire damage. I rolled kind of crappy on the damage. Second level Gareth did take
He has precise bombs.
precise bombs, so it doesn't hit Symbolka.
That's below average damage.
Yeah, I rolled a
Absorbs
2
all
plus
of it.
4. Now, fire would go around DR.
Yeah, but not as resistances.
I don't know. This is some sort of weird, homebrewed gibbering mouther.
This is some
Yeah,
kind of weird
it's
homebrew
like-
gibbering mouther.
It's Gareth's turn. He backs up. He charges up.
He fire his laser.
He's gonna fire his hand laser. Excuse me.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. Is that all for Gareth?
Yeah, just that bomb and the damage.
Oh shit, the bomb.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Oh, the bomb. It touches him. It deals that much damage.
Does he seem to not be happy about fire?
Yeah, he's not happy about fire.
Hit it.
Yes.
Happiness. It goes to Kurotama. No, it goes to Symbolka. It goes to Symbolka.
Our
Sorry,
names are
right?
vaguely similar. 5 foot step over here to get Kurotama the flank. And here's my. Finally, I get to use my Smite Eagle for an attack. A natural 20! And that's a 29 over his armor class for the the whatever I'm chopping off, but the damage is incorrect. So I'm gonna.
I mean, it has one body part,
I will
which
chop
is itself.
I will chop its one
Which
body
is-
part off. The damage is actually a D8, not a D10. I'm using a borrowed warhammer. So it's 26 points of damage. I'm assuming it's times 2.
Yeah, it's very dead.
Yes.
Nice.
There's a fine mist of
Oh damn.
of blorb hanging in the air now, along with the smoke that's pouring in through the door.
Of course, through the door where we can't get out.
That's why. Shut up. We're getting to it.
Shut up.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. We'll kick off initiative here. There you go.
Is this guy not alive?
No, he's dead. I just have his body there. because-
Yeah, I punched him so hard he flew into the wall.
I'm
Joe,
gonna Return Gareth's war. Is Gareth holding the charge on a spell? He's not, right?
Nope.
I have to make sure I ask before I hand him the warhammer. Thank you. We must.
I lied!
Alrighty. So I'm gonna go up here and put my hand at the door. Is it hot?
On the cupboard?
Oh, that's where's the door?
I'm
How do I
The
get out
door
of
is
here?
by Kurtama.
It's
Tommy.
behind me. I'm
Tommy.
in front of the door.
Put my hand on the cupboard. The door is not hot.
All right, so I'm gonna push past Kurtama, push it open.
Alrighty, one
Okay.
second. Let me
Here's
move.
a perception.
Joe, am I entangled
Oh.
still?
Make a fortune save. You are no longer entangled, but you are covered in blisters, and some of your feathers are starting to fall out.
God damn.
Poor guy.
The guy with the feathers and the guy with the got effed up.
The guy with the feathers and the guy with the god.
Oh wait, no. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Don't look.
All right, I'll close my eyes. I'll take it off. We're going back to the maid's
There.
room.
All right.
Okay,
All right. There we are. You attempt to push on the door, and the door is locked. It is not hot, but it is locked.
All right, I will attack the
Wait.
door with.
But we didn't lock the door. So someone got behind us and locked the door.
Yeah, like
Okay.
what kind of hotel room locks from the outside?
The kind of hotel room that wants us to die to gibbering mouths. I'm gonna run back.
Yeah,
to
okay, so
run
I
back
smash
to
open the
Gareth.
window.
I'm gonna grab Gareth's
I-
warhammer, and then I'm gonna say please, because I'm a paladin, and then I'm gonna go attack the door. Barty should attack action. I'm gonna charge the door. I want that door to die. 14 to hit an inanimate object, I'm hoping, and 13 damage.
All right. So at the same time that Randy's punching out the window, Sinvolka is punching a hole through the door. Part of the door is broken down. More smoke is coming in. You can see that there's fire. All right. I'll remove it, but you still can't move through the door.
Alrighty.
Okay. Is there fire outside of the door?
I am aiding Randy breaking the window down, so you have
Alright.
guidance.
Yeah,
guessing
knock
this
out
is
the
fire.
rest of that window with the butt of your rifle, and I'll get the grappling hook and rope ready.
So hopefully now you can see. Yeah. So that red line you see there, Tommy,
That's fire.
that's fire. That's where the fire has spread.
Alrighty. Sinvolka would like to continue to knock on the door with the hammer, not with hands. This is not the time for politeness. Until either like enough of an opening has been made that everybody can squeeze through, or the thing just falls off altogether.
I imagine Randy is doing the same with the window.
Yeah, pretty much.
I am breaking the window down using the musket butt, so 22 total.
Yeah, I'm
No,
getting him
yeah.
to knock
It's
out
not
the rest
hard
of
to
the
break glass at all.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
not fancy glass.
Low
The door is far more
magic
sturdy.
setting. The glass is not fancy. There's 12 damage.
Okay, another 12 damage busts it down another part of the way. The fire continues to roar beyond you. Smoke is pouring in.
Alrighty. Is there enough of a hole through the door that?
Yeah, you could go through the door if you want to. You'd have to I wanted to say launch, but that's not the right word.
You need a
Once
cannon.
you launch through this door, you'd have to. Oh, I can't think of the word.
Squeeze.
No, it's not a tight space. You just have to. Parkour is like the most general word I can think of for it.
Parkour.
You'd have to parkour over the door.
I will do so. Do you need like a check?
No.
All right, then I'll.
No, it's not. It's not like you have to like run and jump through the door. It's only like it's a 6 foot tall door. You try and run and jump through it, you just get smack your head.
I'm gonna make a perception check. It's a.
I want to holler after them
13.
real quick.
Okay.
The smoke's gonna kill you before the fire does.
And it will kill everyone else in here, Randy.
Yeah. There might be other people in here.
Sinvolka's gonna look around. I assume the smoke kills my scent and just
Yeah,
does anyone need help?
You don't hear any response. Actually, no. You probably hear like a voice coming from this way.
So through the fire? Or what?
No, there's not. There's enough of a room that you could dance past the fire.
All right, Sinvolka will quickly.
But 1 second. No,
No,
yeah.
I lied. I'm sorry.
You lie. You lie. You full of lie. Let me. You kind of hear a familiar voice. It's like, yes, yes, help we need.
Alrighty. Sense motive. 21.
It is most apparently more little blobs of flesh
Alrighty.
egging you on.
Fair enough. Okay.
I hope they burn to death.
I'm gonna like lean back. Well, I'm actually gonna message back at Kuratama because I expect him to not freak out and just ignore it.
Kuratama,
No, I mean I'm a spellcaster too, so I guess I'm fine with that.
Is this door locked?
With that door, yes, it is locked, but it is locked from the outside. However, it is a keyed lock.
Damn it, Paul. Alrighty. Sinvolka is gonna smash it down.
Do you need help breaking down that door? I still have my shotgun grasp. So if I touch that door, I blow it up.
Well, I mean, you're electrocuting wood. Randy, meanwhile, the window is fully... Kuratama. Baku has removed most of the glass from the window. You can now fully hear outside that there's, like, full-on, like, warfare going on outside.
Okay, I'm gonna set up the grappling hook and the rope on that window, and I'm gonna help Baku and Gareth out the window first.
Sure. I
Is
will.
10 damage enough to get this door down? Or at least get
10
a hole
damage
in?
is... Yeah, you've got a hole in the door. You can see that there's no one in there.
Alright, and
But actually, no, there is someone in there.
does it give her
There is.
Is someone still alive?
You can see sitting in the middle of the room.
Red squirrel!
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh man, I got some wicked FOMO while you're off screen, man.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'll put you back on the board. I deleted you to get you off the board, so I didn't. I'll put you back on the board, but you're not on the board.
Alright, so if I see a gibbering mouther, I'm gonna just
It's not gibbering mouther. It's
Yeah.
just a blob of mouths and eyes, which is reminiscent of one, but
not
should
correct.
not be confused for one.
Oh, that reminds me. When you pushed past me, did you touch me?
No, I didn't. I am smarter.
Did you touch me?
I know not to. I built that character. I know what happens.
Would you
if I
like
touch
to?
it. Nope, it'll kill me. Actually, it won't kill me. It'll kill me in like 5 levels. I'll be on the ground. Just, hey man, good job. Pats on shoulder.
High five!
Super good. Okay, so Sinvolka sees the thing. If initiative is not rolled, he's gonna turn back to Kuratama and just, there's no one left. Let's go.
Okay, Kotama will head over there. Probably just
As you're
charge
leaving, you
his.
can see around the corner there too. Get back here.
Yeah, I don't want to
See those?
destroy the rope, so I will discharge my shocking grab like on the carpet or something.
No, run!
Not the carpet!
That carpet looks just like your grandmother's, apparently. I keep seeing playing cards from 1990s solitaire, but you say your grandmother, so alright.
1990s grandmother.
Yes! Both of my
Everybody's
grandmothers
favorite
died
grandmother.
in the 1990s, so it's relevant. Oh man, I made it sad, I'm sorry.
Yeah, why'd you do that for, you weirdo?
Well, my grandmas were terrible, like most of my family. With the exception of, like, my dad. I got a sweet dad,
So-
my dad's awesome.
Is everyone getting out of the window using
Yeah,
the
you're already out, Baku.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till
Yeah,
Tommy
I'm
gets
gonna-
done, and then I'll go. I'll have my bow
Yeah,
drawn.
I will
First
climb
to
down the rope.
Yeah, everybody else, get out! Go! Move!
So we do. Alrighty.
All right, there's no street combat map. We are safe.
We did it.
Randy's probably the last person to get out because I have the worst climb check.
So we can catch you.
Yeah, so I want something to fall on.
Are we gonna do that? Is Randy and Zavolka gonna have an argument about who's the most noble? Who's the last person down the rope?
I will throw you out that goddamn window.
Does that constitute a fall from grace? It constitutes a fall from building.
So I'm curious. So if you fall on the building at the Paladin, so do you fall from
From
grace
grace?
at the Paladin?
I don't think there's any gods who are like, you cannot take fall damage. If you take fall damage, you are the worst ever. Be
If you're not perpendicular to the ground at all times, I don't want anything to do with it. You disgust me. You better learn to sleep standing up, you failure.
Alright, so when I hit the ground, Sinvolka is going to... So we know that there's no real, like... The government in Everwatch is not super organized. Is that right, Joe?
The government in Everwatch is no different than what would be in like Marshall or Sedalia or Edmonton. It's a democratic local government.
Alrighty, so...
There's a city hall, there's a courthouse, there's a mayor, there's a city council. However, right now, they should not... I don't have a token exactly for them, and they should not be confused for them.
They have a democracy?
Well, actually, I'm going to use a different token. And they're fucking huge!
Swiss Guard
They're
arrives.
enormous! Absolute unit!
And more
Out in
bandits.
the marketplace.
I need to get my mind off the
They're not
paper.
bandits, though. The bandit was carrying a weapon that would be used by, like, universally by Imperial soldiers. You can see, like, formed up in the middle of the market, there's a small force of, like, the Watch of Everwatch, the guards of Everwatch. They've formed up into, like, a very defunct column. I also... Oh, crap. I didn't find what I wanted. Crap. One second. That's not right at all. I don't want that. That kind of works. What is that?
I gotta admit, I'm really surprised that those flash thingies weren't evil.
They were.
They were. I smoked the hell out of them.
Oh really? Did you detect them with detect evil?
Hey, yeah.
There are.
I mean, you don't have to
explanations for that.
detect them evil before you smite them. Sometimes you can just try to smite a dude.
I detected in the room.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought you didn't get any feedback on that.
Come on.
They were shielded
please.
by mattress.
The mattress
yeah,
is made of the
By mattress.
lead pillows,
think-
lead blankets. Literally, Everwatch is a fallout shelter.
1 second.
I think we're doing a boss fight. The music sounds like it.
Yeah, I am out of heals. If it's a boss fight.
Yeah. And I'm out of magic.
I'm out of. I've got a Bardiche. Built to move on.
1 second. I'm trying to find the
That's
correct...
not my way of trying to kick the campaign forward.
I can't run out of sword.
I have two swords and a gun, so I'm ready for the boss fight.
Yeah, do you remember to pick up your sword when we were climbing out the window?
Yes, I would have had picked it up.
When did he drop
But
it?
you did have enough time.
When he gave it to me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then
he
I
has a
dropped
bastard
it.
sword and Novan Kerblade.
Oh, crap. Now we use that. Save image as this! Save it! Do it!
Do it.
Save it to the things! Game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said.
Game.
No. Upload. Choose a file.
We're way back in the prep process now.
Oh, no. I was trying to do it while you guys were talking, but then stuff all happened, and I'm like, no.
Too much stuff.
I spilled beer on my keyboard, and
I'm looking for that bad pun.
there we are.
Ah!
There's that.
Crab monster!
Crab monster.
I need to put it back on the battle map so everybody can see what this crab monster is. This is terrifying. House green gun!
Oh, an apparatus of the crab.
Yep. So there's a group of other soldiers. You can't exactly make out, but they are they are also formed up in a column and approaching the ramshackled guard of the city of Everwatch. Along with, in the center of them is this contraption belching smoke, and maybe like every it just went off. Like there's a tube coming off the front of it, and it belches out smoke and it shoots out. Like you can barely see a ball flying towards the Everwatch guard. It probably slams into a few of the guardsmen, like just shredding them to pieces. It also every once in a while has a smaller tube along the bottom that belches out like a cone of fire as it approaches. No one seems to be paying any attention to you. Most of the people are like just scattering around. Just, ah!
Panic mode!
Yeah, panic mode. Yeah. You can see more of these guys around out here, and there are more guards forming up over here.
Alrighty.
Okay.
What the hell is going on?
Giant,
Everything went to shit overnight.
Giant
And
metal
anyone-
scary thing, and Savoka's gonna look at Baku and just, what is that?
Yeah.
Baku! I'm not yelling at you to heal me now. Now I'm yelling at you to identify the robot.
Tomoya, mute!
Yeah, man, you're
Oh,
talking.
sorry.
Okay, I'm going to examine what the creature.
Quickly,
what the metal
just
thing.
roll it. The tokens are moving. Just roll the dice.
I'm just putting more on there to signify.
Oh, never mind. Doesn't have to be.
So
quickly.
it's not
Wait,
hard to recognize.
Oh,
Randy probably helps you out as well. The Midland Empire is pretty Kaiser Klaus of the Empire, or Emperor Klaus, is pretty inventive in the ways of military technology. He's used some of his influence in Delvsburg to help create these tanks, which has revolutionized battle, as well as new tactics using kind of a cross between a fire lance and a musket. Instead of shooting a javelin, it shoots a bullet, but it's not a full musket yet. It's simpler to use. Shit.
Good.
We'll
There's
get
one
that.
more friendly. That was getting real spooky. House divided. Final episode. Fight crab tanks and die horribly.
Yeah, we're murdered by an army of dudes.
It's 3 whole dudes.
No one exactly seems to be paying attention to what you're doing at the moment.
Alright. So,
For the most part, the guard has some of these guns, but they mostly have pikes. Every once in a while, you see a line of these gun-wielding soldiers approach and unleash a volley and then charge in with pikes. The battle is grindy and brutal.
Sinvoka will approach the nearest group of militia to wherever we are. Just join the defense. It looks like everybody's been mobilized, so it's draw the Bardiche and go.
Yeah, Randy's gonna get out his long sword and get his shield buckled onto his arm.
I am.
Okay, so as you guys start to approach a group of soldiers, someone in the back kind of turns around, is like, "Get out of here, run!" As another volley tears into the ranks, probably one of the balls like tears through his chest and just dies in front of you. Like, you get the feeling that these guys right here, and that these guys are veterans of a form of warfare that you guys aren't ready for at the moment, to put it lightly.
So will Sinvolka fall if he doesn't fight? Do I want to reroll a character or not be a paladin? I think that's the question.
Probably not, considering
Probably not the wish.
you're completely overwhelmed at the moment.
I mean, what's your deity?
Karuna.
Nope, that didn't mean anything to me.
Should you edited it
You didn't watch the Wednesday.
after your
Of
worship?
course I did. I had to edit it. I don't remember.
When it comes to the Paladin code, does it say anything about falling
Well, I've got it on
back
a
to
piece of
fight?
paper right
To,
here from like a year ago when Joe wrote it for himself.
Does it
Oh,
say
but his
anything-
handwriting's really light and it's kind of dark in my room.
does they say anything about falling back to
I make
fight
sure that the
end
weak
of
and
the
innocent
day?
are free from danger at any time. I go to any length to accomplish my goal.
You notice. I'll say this to help.
There's a little crack of thunder and it says you're good, man. So you go.
They're firing
When I-
only on the guards. They
When I Google prune, all I get is potatoes.
Yes.
sorry.
I worship the potato god.
You can see that like these guys are only being shot at by these guys, and these guys are only shooting at these guys. Like, you can see civilians fleeing, and they aren't taking. They may be taking some collateral damage, but these guys are trying their best to focus fire on the guards.
All right.
Like the fire, the only fires you can see are like sparse buildings every once in a while are on fire, but like people aren't trying to set fire to the city, it looks like. And for some reason, like in this entirety of this area, only the inn is on fire here.
Okay. The only problem is, would we know that there's a gap, or would we expect that to be taken over too?
I don't know where we're going.
Because
yeah, there's more troops.
because
I want to
Okay.
know why that building was full of gross flesh monsters.
yeah.
So ask me
Kurutama says we should probably try running to the docks.
Port?
Yeah.
Seems good.
I mean we are like on like a half island, so we can't really retreat back because there's a limit to how far we can move back.
I don't have
Okay,
any
so
stuff.
our most logical egress is to head towards the port.
Take a boat.
Yeah, or to try and fight our way straight through the offensive line, which sounds like suicide because there are.
Yeah.
Let it take.
Yeah,
the-
Randy would know that these are like these guys fight. These are like anyone who is actually most of
Well, that's a bad time for him to cut it.
Fire
Yeah,
lance, you
you
fire a
cut
shot.
out, Joe.
Oh, sorry. Randy would know that most of the Empire fights in the same basic way. And Davonshire was once part of the Empire. In fact, most of Istron, except for like Eastland and Oshkar, would not fight in the same way. But you take your fire lance, you fire a shot, you drop it, then you charge with pikes. Like, that's fighting in the Empire. And that these guys, they aren't fighting like the guy you fought that looked like this. These guys are like professionals. Like, they load their guns, fire, charge. Load, fire, charge. That guy was like, load, take a few steps back because I'm scared. Like, these guys are unwavering.
Alright.
Yeah,
Same
no, we
with
gotta
these
get to the
guys.
port.
They fight in the same way, but like these guys have mechanically they have many levels on it.
Yeah, I'm familiar with what a pike and shot line looks like. We need to get out of here.
If
We are
going to-
metaphorically speaking babes in the woods.
Babes.
while going
Excellent.
to the docks, let's see how many civilians we can take with us onto the boat if we can.
Yeah. As we're running towards the docks, he'll probably be like at the back of the fight with us, like pick people up as they fall and make sure people are like getting
Okay,
out in front of us.
Yeah, everybody's heading towards the pier.
I imagine you guys are gonna back up first.
Yeah, probably would be a safe idea.
Yeah, we probably don't want to be within shooting range.
Okay, yeah. So as you guys travel along, it's going to take a while. Friendly forces start to be forced back. Or what you would call friendly forces.
The people who aren't shooting at us.
Yeah.
Well, no one's shooting at you again, like I said.
That's what well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
In my direction.
Shooting at you.
Yes.
In fact, we'll even say over here that this time we just did.
No, that ain't good. Them
But
Duke
as you
boys
guys
are
run along,
I really hope they didn't F up all the ships.
Fingers crossed.
you can see that the battle line is now drawn essentially like that. And that the port is pretty much cut off by what you're calling enemy forces.
I hope you can all swim!
Nope.
You can't. I made that character sheet. You're in trouble. You might have like a rank.
You are not a water dog.
I am covered in metal.
And also have terrible strength.
Let me get a level real quick and I'll suddenly have a swim speed. I'll reassign all my evolution points for the water.
Well, actually, swim is one of my checks.
But,
I have a point in there, so at least it's at +2.
but you'll drown honorably instead of struggling.
I will
to
not
be
fail.
sad. Alright, so to get to the port, we need to get through these.
You need, and these are just marking the line. That's like almost a solid line.
Alrighty.
Meanwhile, the friendlies, what you're calling friendlies, are more broken up. These are literally just basically guards versus what looks to be professional soldiers.
Well,
Alright.
we need
So
another
we're gonna have
plan.
to form a smaller unit to push through here, because our options are push through towards the port or be pushed back into the sea.
Could we do like a perception check and see if maybe there are like some ships, like over there?
Over there, sure, go ahead.
Let's see.
26.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
No. Okay, so
What's a boat? Boats don't exist
I'm
in this setting.
not gonna make a thing for it, but it also looks like it's sparse, but you're not gonna be able to run it. There is a blockade of the port as well.
Goddamn.
Alright.
Well, then, what the hell do we do to get out of this?
Fall back to the tower.
Yeah. But is there anything in the tower?
It might
Other
be
than
more resistant
being
to
stuck in
gunfire
there
than
for-
your body.
I mean,
You know,
yeah.
a month?
Maybe there's something underground? Does this place have sewers?
No.
God dang.
Everyone just shits in a bucket and throws it out their window.
Yeah, there's like culverts, I guess, like along the sides of the road where all the shit settles and flows out when it rains.
That's
If you've ever read Swift's A London or A City Shower,
Or been to Bosworth, Missouri, where literally the sewers are still above ground.
I feel like this episode has mostly been about
What are these? Do we know anything about the towers that line the north side of Everwatch? They're towers.
They are
to defend.
they're defensive towers made to protect from Jotunmen raids.
So the crab tanks with cannonballs would just tear them to shreds.
Well, I mean, they're made of not wood. They're made of stone, and they have cannons that face this way, like outwards.
I mean, one option could be that we attempt to go like at the side and move like along the water line.
How tall are those towers, Joe?
Those towers, they're pretty tall. They're tall enough to spot, like, pretty far out into the horizon. They're maybe, I'd say 70 feet tall.
So does it stand to reason that if we run back to the towers and find some way to turn the cannons around so they face Everwatch, they'd be able to fire into the city in the direction of the bad guys?
Yes, but they are pretty inaccurate. I would say that.
Alright. Well, that's one option.
I would have us scrape the coast, go along south.
Yeah, the port. You guys came in on the port. Basically, all of this here is pretty steep. It's just like cobblestone piers.
I mean, in theory, there might be a way to move this way over those.
Maybe.
But I don't know if we even have a chance to go there if we move back here, because if the line moves again, they will pretty much be at the foot of the tower already.
Worst case in there, you went to the Everwatch Tower and then go southwest, and then sneak along the tower this way potentially.
Yeah, that's what I said. But we might be already
that plan assumes that this line of troops will hold long enough for us to get all the way over to that tower.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that by the time that we move back here, that the line will again, they will already be at the foot of the tower.
Yeah.
We could try holding up in the tower. At least there we'd have a better chance of, rationing down their numbers. We could control the flow, but
It's probably the most sturdy thing in Everwatch.
Well, they can probably blow us to pieces from the outside.
Maybe.
well, if we stay out here, they're gonna blow us to pieces too.
Well, if the Oracle were still alive in there, I would suggest maybe she would be high enough of a spellcaster. Yeah, or like Dimension Door or something, stuff like that. Like, do some teleporting out.
It seems to be the best course of action.
I mean, but everything is dead in the tower.
Yeah.
And another problem is, while we are in there, time moves faster outside. So once we are in there, we even have less time till they're there.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if we go in there, 1 minute passes and they're probably right behind us at that point.
True. Alright, here's a knowledge level. Let's see. Volka doesn't know about Overwatch. Let's see if we can apply that to what options we might have. Here goes nothing. It is 12. 11. I'm assuming Baku tags me on the shoulder.
Yes, I would do that.
Randy's
So what was the question again?
I'm just trying to parse together everything I know about Everwatch and turn that into how do we get out of this.
Okay. Everything you know about Everwatch. Everwatch is a pretty, they're pretty, from what you can tell, they like the current government for the most part. In Pershing, the current national government. It's a pretty old city. It's been built around the tower. It's one of the port cities that face Auburn Sea. I'm not sure. Is there something specific you'd like to know?
From what we have left to us, what is the most defensible option?
Or if there's there's probably not some common knowledge about oh yeah, there's a tunnel you can take out of the city.
Well, it wouldn't be common knowledge. The most defensible positions would be these towers, or this tower.
One idea that's on how much time we want to wait. We could hide in the housing area
much
here
sooner hide
and
in
wait.
the tower. Building dies to cannon fire. Tower may not.
I also probably wouldn't bring down the towers because the towers are defensible positions.
The question is, do they attack houses?
They don't.
No, they've just been attacking the opposing army.
Collateral damage.
I mean,
attacks.
Yeah,
So-
if we disarm ourselves, they very well might just not kill us. But
Okay, so this is
That's something important. There are a lot of people like huddled on these causeways, like hiding, not hiding, but like just gathered up like sheep for the slaughter.
Alright, so Volka's gonna, while everyone's deliberating, he's gonna move to the people and he's going to direct them all. Just get to the towers, find safety.
Okay, there you can see there are people gathered around the towers, like they're banging on the doors, but the doors are locked. You can see soldiers on the towers. They haven't turned around the cannons. It looks like they're probably unable to turn around the cannons.
I mean, it's evening, right?
Yes, it is. It's the middle of the night.
We might be able to escape over the roofs of the buildings. Like, get up on the roofs of the buildings and move that way and get behind them to GTFO.
alright, Captain Acrobatics check. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Yes, Randy and I are kinda not good at that. My climb's not bad.
Not to mention maybe Gareth and Baku as well.
Yeah.
They might be
but-
more dexterous than those two, but
I'm sorry.
they are not.
No, significantly less dexterous than anyone else. Gareth's got a -8 because of his 20-foot movement speed.
Oh my
A
god!
-8? Oh, on his acrobatics.
Oh.
Not his dexterity.
Oh,
I
he
thought he
is
had like
so
a -4 dex.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I am rather acrobatic, so we could go through the housing and wait for them to pass to
But
get
that's
by
2
them.
out of 5, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, 2 out of 5 is not good.
Yeah. Yep. And we're not high enough level to have spells to solve this problem.
Low.
Yeah, we can't
magic
fly.
Setting. It's fun to yell.
Well, that's
it's
a
not
good
directed at
thing.
you, it's nice.
yeah, when you're doing it to other people, it's pretty fun, isn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good thing. It's the low magic setting. The fact that you magic away.
Alright.
Okay. We're in a really tough spot.
Welcome to Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, where you're in a really tough spot.
Yeah.
I mean, like we said before, one of the options would probably be to see if we can go
Run
that
along
way.
those causeways.
Yeah.
I think
mean,
I'd almost
that-
assume.
Oh,
Like, Sinvolka's bad.
that-
Sinvolka's real bad at jumping from building to building. Stealth is really good.
I mean,
So we could try to-
also, yeah, I'm pretty
Not
good at
directly
sneaking
through the line.
too.
That kills me.
But we have people with armor, and armor makes you shitty at sneaking.
We might have to just everybody do what they do best and hope to not die.
It's the 18.
Alright, yeah. Are we moving or not?
I mean, if we go there and try to go that, we can pretty much combine the going into a tower and seeing if we can escape this way.
Yeah, but that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Are we moving or not?
That does sound
yes or
like
no?
step 1 is go to that tower.
Move or not?
Yep, I think with the line, if we rush to the tower and then go southwest, that would be our best for the match.
Yeah, I
Push to the
also
tower,
feel like that's the
See what happens
best
in the
option
time
we
it
have.
takes us to sprint across Everwatch.
Yeah, that's a yes then. We're moving.
Alrighty. As you guys move up, as you guys move, things change.
Tokens move.
Tokens move. As the percentile dice dictate, it would seem that in fact this part of the line is held up, while the line that you guys were just behind is rapidly collapsing.
Good thing we moved.
For sure.
Yeah.
Alright, to the tower.
To the Everwatching Tower?
This one. I think we want to go to this tower right now.
Yeah, I think to this one.
Alright.
And see if we can move around. So Volka's gonna try to get as many, like, civilians as possible to follow him.
I mean, Kurtama is chaotic neutral, so he would probably prefer if they baited them into a different direction, but we have a paladin in our party, so...
I'm sorry I played a paladin. If he dies, I'll bring another character from that old game. I'll play, like, my war priest. And he'll also be a synthesis.
You just like the,
Where deer.
charisma to saving throws and AC.
So you guys move. You get some civilians to follow you, but for the most part, they are very panicked and staying just as far away from the fighting as they can.
I think we look questionable, trustworthy.
Yeah, you guys look like just like mercenaries running around telling people to follow them.
Yeah. Also, we have like beast folk persons in our group.
There's a lot
So we
of that good old
trustworthy.
fashioned racism.
Yeah.
Alright, so it looks like we can slip down the causeway. That might
Oh yeah, if we're gonna do it, we better do it fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go by this way.
Yeah. I think that's the plan. That's what.
Slip past the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
And twice in a House Divided, we've decided to rest before doing something, and it's been really bad for us.
Worst case, we can still go into one of the towers and look for another.
See if we can get the locked door open.
Well, I mean, this is the thing I've learned playing with Tommy and Joseph. Hey, you guys want to take a nap? Fuck you.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of accurate.
So you're trying to get into that tower, or
we want to move to the causeway that the tower's
move down the causeway.
Run down the causeway.
So it's slow going. There are a lot of people on these causeways, though you can see that the soldiers in the tank are ignoring the civilians on the causeway as inevitably.
I gotta say, mad respect for those. I mean, they were driven back, but they're holding on. A damn long time.
You can see that as time progresses, you guys get about here. And you can see, of course, that there are still some of these bros dispersed out here, like, I guess trying to restore order as these bros are being forced back. In fact, you probably would see some of the invading force putting out fires in the city and like helping wounded through the city as you guys move out. But it looks mostly clear. People are starting to like disperse from the causeway out into out into the city again. Yeah.
Oh hey, I just saw that there's a temple for the fall. So if your paladin falls, you know where to go.
I have a place. Alright, I guess. Do we want to just deuces and get out of Everwatch?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to go to the forest anyway, right?
Guess we're going there now.
Yeah, let's sleep in the forest.
Yeah. What bad get out in there? What reskin
Let's find a safe spot outside the city where we can rest up.
Well, good thing I'm untrained in survival.
I mean, this army that just took over the city is clearly these weren't the people who were in the woods.
You have no clue. Sorry. Looking at these soldiers, they have what appears to be kind of like this, like the top half of a dragon with its tongue out, surrounded by a wreath of feathers, is like the coat of arms they're carrying on their chests.
I mean, the city here are loyalists, right?
The city here, for the most part, considering they expelled so many people, you would consider them probably to be more on the side of democratic, I guess.
Okay, I just want to figure out if we think those guys might be against the king, which would make them our enemies, I suppose.
I don't think we know who our enemies are yet. It's awkward. People that like to draw blood on the walls. That's as far as we've gotten. Anyway, here's a knowledge level check.
I mean,
To identify
I
that
do
coat of
feel
arms.
like
11.
these people are bad because they apparently sent demon thingies into the city.
But was that them, though? Or was that a
So-
coincidence? Or is there a third party?
Yeah, were those things put there specifically for us?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean,
because
there was a bunch of them in that hotel, but there also
Yeah.
didn't seem to be anybody else in that hotel but us.
Well, they might have been already dead because most people in there probably can't fight like.
I'm just saying, it's mighty convenient, even in a place like that, the only people in there was a bartender and us and a bunch of goopy blood anuses
And a squirrel.
and a squirrel.
I'm also wondering if the blood on the ground was from people who were in there before, or if that's just what they leave behind if they move.
Pretty sure
if
that was just what they leave behind when they move.
Okay. Because otherwise, then there would have been already people in there who got killed.
No,
would be
when
really
they
weird.
move, when they were flying, they were basically using the blood that they produce as propulsion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, weird thing is.
they're rather clumsy, but they're quite fast. That does anyone else want to help Sinvolka on that knowledge check there?
Appetite.
What kind of knowledge check is it?
Knowledge
Yeah.
level to identify the dragon feather coat of arms.
I don't have
total
knowledge
12.
Boom!
Oh,
Okay, 25
Oh,
Randy is
shit.
the truest
25 for
warrior.
a gift.
Also,
So
he's good at knowledge
Randy-
local.
Randy recognizes the coat of arms of the city of Davenport, which is where William Pillard made his name as a hero of the war. In the first few years of the war, he won the Battle of St. Kennewick basically by himself, which St. Kennewick's hills are just north of the city on Kennewick's Peninsula. You know that it's a pretty strong royalist stronghold. And that it's kind of astonishing that they were able to put out such a massive force in such a short time. But you do know that they do that at the Battle of St. Kennewick they captured 4 crab tanks, and that apparently they brought them to bear here.
Well, shit. Well, I don't know. What do we do with that information? Where do we go from here? Do we leave? Do we stay? Do we go into the woods? We can't go to the port because the port has a blockade on it. So we couldn't, even if we could get a ship, we wouldn't be able to sail it out.
Well, at least not until things have calmed down here. We might be able to come back here once things have cooled down. They're just gonna get on the ship.
Let head out of the city for a while and go to the forest where the people we need to go after are.
That seems... I don't know if we're necessarily trying to go after them still. It seems like things have changed. I think our first step is just to find somewhere to spend the night. Get things together, not get killed in our sleep.
Is there any other inns or taverns?
And it is not the time for inns or taverns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude. They just an army just marched through here with tanks and shit. We're sleeping in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, does anyone have anything for camping out?
My survival isn't bad. I have scent, so I can track.
I mean, like, just do you guys have like bedrolls, a tent, or something?
I got a bedroll. It's mine.
I got a bedroll and ration for at least a week.
Yeah, should be good too.
I got whatever's in a fighter's kit. I'll read that off in a second.
I mean,
Swords.
Swords!
If we are crossing the boats leading to the forest, maybe there's a tavern we can stay at on the road there.
Listen, we need to hide from people with tanks and stuff. That means forest.
Yeah.
Tanks bad. Unless we find our own
I-
tank that's unmanned and this becomes a mech game, in which case tanks very good. Till then,
I know that as a cleric of Bry, you're kind of shackled to the conveniences of man, but like
Got a constant hard on for.
we're sleeping in the woods. It's not up for discussion.
yeah. I mean, Tommy helped me make the character sheets, but all I have when it comes to equipment
He's
is
got a sword
100
and
feet
naked.
of rope.
I got a water skin, I got a couple days worth of trail rations, I got 10 torches, I got soap and a rope. I don't know whether or not they're combined. I got a mess kit,
Hopefully
I got an iron pot, I got some flint and steel, I got a belt pouch, I got a bedroll, and I got a backpack.
I didn't.
No,
I never buy the like essential. Like, here's your fighter's kit. I kind of just assume the characters have them.
You can also buy an adventurer's kit. I got the fighter's kit because I was like, hey, I'm a soldier. This is a thing I should have.
I have most of the essential campaign gear: bedrolls, flint and steel, bedroll.
Okay, so can I assume that I have like some kind of starting adventurer kit too?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm not in trouble.
You're okay.
Because otherwise,
You
I
should
would
be in trouble. Y'all are supposed to write things down on character sheets.
All right. So what we do, I assume, is we just stay like on, like keep the ocean to one side of it, so just move out and find the forest and
Yeah. Sure.
You know, it'd be real
Magic.
convenient right now if we had somebody in the party who was a construct.
Okay, who has good berry?
Yeah, right.
Is anyone here playing a druid? Not me.
Almost did. Came close. But Alex and
Not me. I don't think Goodberry is a cleric spell.
No, it's a druid spell.
You might have it if you have nature.
Yeah, if you have the
domain.
nature. No, it's not a domain spell for nature.
No, it isn't.
No, it's like entangle and command plants and shit like that.
Yeah,
Also, isn't there there are gods who are like about harvest and stuff? Maybe those have
Erastil.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Maybe.
actually one of Erastil's obedience boons is the great white stag appears and dies and reincarnates itself as it is wont to do, and then you have heroes feast forever and ever. I don't know, I just take the one that makes you a really good archer. Because it makes you a really good archer.
Which is really good.
Oh yeah, best archers. Every archer
It's the,
will
Take my hand.
The cleric domain that I went with weren't food.
You're Bry. I don't want to eat whatever you're cooking anyway. Because it's
Yeah.
gonna be made of
I-
metal.
I'm cooking up motor oil.
Yeah, I just wanted to say though, it's like Baku. That's not cooking oil.
Well, okay. Well, you guys got to roll survival checks so we don't starve or immediately begin cutting into the trail rations.
Okay, I mean we can try.
Scent is good for finding
Ready is
deer.
not charity.
There is a 9, but I forget the rules as written for scent in terms of follow tracks.
Yeah,
I think they're very good.
I don't think you've rolled high enough.
I have 10. Baku tags me.
All right. What about
Roger's
Kurutama?
got a positive wisdom. He can do
Yeah,
this.
just checking with it.
Survival's not trained only, is it?
It is not.
It is not. I'll roll.
Could be wrong. I don't think.
I don't see survival on the sheet.
I got a bow.
Down
I can
there.
hunt. I can't hunt. I can live.
Neither can Kurutama.
Alright, Baku. Oh,
Yeah, no, everyone's kind of standing around, just like
Oh my god, we're
footprints on the
exhausted.
ground, but you're like, oh,
I'm sorry, those blisters, man.
So how about Gareth and his magic? Will that help us find dinner?
well, I mean, wait a minute,
Gareth can help you start a fire, but he doesn't.
wait a minute, no,
Hmm?
oh, yeah, no, you guys can definitely track him. Actually, I forgot about the modifier of every 3 in a group, or every 3 in the group reduces it by -1. There was more than 3 many times.
Yes.
So yeah, it's not hard to track them. Like, okay, so the road follows the coast for a while, then it conjoins into a single road.
Alright.
Track them going, like...
I just remembered it was like 400 people. So that track is like impossible to not see.
But I think our survival is more specifically to find food.
-100 check.
Oh, to find food. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, you guys are screwed then. Yeah.
Alright.
Kane, make Gareth throw a d20 at the table. He can't do much worse than we did.
He rolled a 6.
Yay, he's as bad as I am.
We get so many single-digit numbers on the board. Everybody eats my goddamn trail rations because none of you thought ahead.
I picked up trail rations when we were in the tower because
how much food has been exposed to us in random dungeon loot?
Ew.
You see some flour and potatoes and apples and stuff.
You see the flowers, dick.
And I picked that up because I didn't have any rations carrying it. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna take those 3 rations.
Seems good. Seems great now. Seems super.
Yeah. You found a wall turkey. Enjoy.
I mean, he said that's like potatoes was in there, so I guess I thought.
Yeah, he did take those. Yeah, now I remember that. Yeah, he did steal dried fruit and stuff.
We're eating dried fruit and boiled potatoes.
Yeah.
Or roasted potatoes. We don't even. Yeah, I have a kit. I mean a pot, but we could just fry the potatoes.
I mean, it's a dungeon. I loot stuff.
That is, I think, literally the only time just stealing everything that wasn't nailed down has come in handy.
Yep, there we go.
Got so many potatoes. Help! I've got turkey and potatoes everywhere.
I mean, it's probably like Kurutama takes his backpack, pulls out some potatoes, like, anyone? Potatoes? And probably gets like an angry look from Samvoka because he takes the tower.
Don't steal from dead people, but we're starving.
Oh, okay. The survival check to find food is only 10. Did anybody break into the double digits?
Oh, yeah, then Randy did.
No, Randy found food.
So did Baku. Baku can guidance himself.
Yeah, so it would be 10, so I found some food.
We don't die.
You find some berries.
We do resting.
I think it's
you
real
guys
funny
rest
that Randy
in the morning.
made that on the die.
Nothing happens overnight, of course.
Alright.
Yes.
I regain my hit points.
There are, mostly, you guys can probably see the road from where you're at, though the road probably can't exactly...
Okay.
Alright. Natural healing was 1 hit point plus con modifier?
No, 1 hit point per level.
Oh, per level.
You get dose.
Okay. So I'm only down 5 hit points.
Joe is
as
angry.
I was saying, because they got cut out. There is, you guys can see from where your position that there are Davenport troops moving up and down the roads every few hours, I guess, probably.
You did say that we're far enough off the road that we can see it, but it can't necessarily see us.
Yeah, unless someone were looking for you.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So far does not seem to be the case.
So for traveling on the road, let's stay off the road as much as possible. Don't want to deal with the troops from Davenport unless we have to.
Yes.
Naturally.
Brilliant. Well, while we're here, we might as well try to find those 400 people that have been impossible to not find.
Yeah. Well, they probably went to Who's It's, What's It's, and got those other folks.
It's literally right there on the screen.
I don't.
Wait, you
can't read.
Have you just been bluffing us?
I am illiterate.
He doesn't have 15 intelligence or a cleric
my
level.
intelligence is only 13. I don't know my letters.
Pretty good for a fighter.
Is it a question forest or the Graham forest do we need to go to?
We are in the correct forest. The Volca will wake up, assume everyone follows him, and follow the tracks.
Follow the tracks of the 400. They're lost within the track. Everwatch.
Okay.
For sure.
Oh, did they just move along the road?
No, they just
Tried to follow people who went out into the forest. No one looks to be out into the forest.
Alright. So they definitely
Sorry if that was a bit confusing earlier. I thought you were trying to track where the troops came from. No, whoever said they went into the forest was mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Not because the GM screwed up. It was on purpose that they were mistaken.
Alright,
That's fine. It's an NPC. He doesn't always have the perfect information. It's just hearsay.
So, really quickly, the map that we, the players, and we, the YouTube watchers at home, are looking at, do we have that map as characters? Do you know what's on
Yes,
the map?
you do. It should be a handout. Let me see.
No, I mean, like I'm going to roll a knowledge local check.
Yes, you do.
Right. Let's roll knowledge local checks and figure out what the hell's going on in this place.
Oh man.
18.
I'm really
What do you mean? That's
regretting that
It was not a very good question to ask.
Yeah,
What's going on? What?
I guess, I want to know the various regions in Devonshire, the various, who's in charge, how they feel about what, things of that nature. I'm just trying to get my bearings, because I'm not from here, and we've come here, and now there's a war on.
So what you basically know is that the major cities, of course, are Everwatch, Davenport, Pershing, Mordak's Rest, and the Marsh Flats. And then there are the Halfling Hamlets, which are interspersed hamlets, of course. Regions, really, it's like the Halfling Hamlets, and then the human part. We could split it down the center. It's the Halfling part of Devonshire, then the human part of Devonshire being this part. Place it Castle Daventry is where before Alexander was removed. Castle Daventry is where Graham ruled and Alexander. Pershing was the largest city, and it had a building that was suited for a parliament, and it became the capital afterwards. Mordak's Rest and this little sliver of land right here between the mountains and Devon River, the Angle River, have been used to be a part of a evil wizard's enclave named Mordak.
Mordak!
Crispin.
I remember that name.
Crispin was a good wizard. He helped Graham. Graham conquered Mordak's lands.
Some of those guys were mincemeat! I remember very well. And anyone who's ever played King's Quest also remembers very well.
I remember kind of well. I've changed a lot of it to make sense in a more political world.
Fair enough.
There's a talking owl and it is friendly!
Low magic setting! It's
But,
not relevant.
For the most part, you have no clue. You can probably assume that Davenport and now Everwatch are probably loyalist areas, along with Mordak's Rest and Castle Daventry, even though Alexander's son Leon is not old enough to rule, and Princess Daphne is not is either. And Marsh Flats is kind of a crapshoot. They're usually just pretty independent. And the Halfling Hamlet is well, Pershing and probably the surrounding areas of Crispin's Forest are probably allied with the national government.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that information,
I mean,
I'm at a loss. I don't know where to go.
Red Squirrel
So,
didn't give us
what
any.
we got paid to come down here, and what exactly?
You were paid to come down here and figure out what's going on. Why there are bandits attacking Auburn's Isle who are carrying the seal of King Alexander, who's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And you've uncovered more, I guess. I don't know why I need to explain to you the plot.
Or you're the
And
GM.
what does the seal of King Alexander look like again, really quick?
Oh man, I don't remember how I described that. I believe it was. It's the seal of King Graham, but Alexander.
He died.
The castle seated, and then there's a Robin Hood cap above it. It's like a pointed cap with a feather sticking off of it.
Gotcha. And that was the blood symbol that was outside.
Yes, someone paid that in bloods. That the letter you have has a wax seal with that on it.
Okay. Now that we lost the tracks and we are no longer sure people are within the forest, I'm kind of lost where to go.
Yeah.
I
wanted to double check that King's seal was not the same as the one on the soldiers.
No, the soldiers are carrying the coat of arms of Davenport.
This is a idea I have to locate the bandits. We could gather knowledge what the local bandit clans are, and then nail down where the group we are after is from that means potentially.
I guess we could just head to the nearest city and do more information gathering.
I think that's what we have to do, yeah.
We can go to Davenport, gather information, and then what information we gathered, we investigate the area or the region we are in.
Yeah.
Because we're not allied with Everwatch or really anyone but ourselves, so we should be able to get in, right?
Yeah, that's the advantage of.
Well, I mean, I'm allied with Clele, but that's.
Is it super obvious? Like, is it on your coat of arms and stuff?
Yeah, it would be part of his military dress. I mean, he doesn't own other armor.
Fair enough. Okay. So let's.
But Caligula has always been. Albert's Isle has always been a neutral partner. You were sent here. You were basically stationed. There's not a map for it, but you would have been just on the other side of these mountains, and you would have helped refugees from both attacking forces from Daventshire attacking the Empire randomly, because Delvos was not involved in the war. Neither was, I forget the state that sits here, but Imperial troops were displacing people from the Empire and from Daventshire, and Davin troops were displacing people from the Empire, and you were basically stationed here in a pretty stable place to help refugees.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So we're sure that King Caligula's coat of arms won't get us in trouble.
No, it definitely should not.
Okay, then let's head to Davenport.
As far as you know, I'm going to say that.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I say we go to Davenport.
Yeah.
All right.
It looks to be one of the biggest cities in the region.
It is. It's bigger than Everwatch.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't know the exact numbers, but it is definitely bigger than Everwatch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll forget it then.
Alrighty. I think we're gonna end it here because it is 10:56.
This seems like a good place to stop. Yeah.
Okay.
Slowly dying a death of
deaths already.
bleach.
Thank you guys so much for coming, hanging out, watching us kind of win a combat, not terribly for once, and then run like cowards. As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. As always, Kane of the Inn of Flater Crossroads is with us, and if you don't subscribe to that channel, we just can't be friends anymore.
None of us.
You guys. But we'll see you next time. Say bye, everyone.
We're very upset. But
Bye.
We're very upset. I'm an angry friend of yours.